Greetings everyone. I am Rashmi along with my teammates Richa, Kanishka and Kundan. We are back with our famous show Dhyan Ka Viman, where we delve into fascinating world of meditative practices. Our today's topic is Ashta Yoga and how students can apply it into their life. So, first of all, what is yoga? The word yoga comes from Sanskrit word yuj, which means to sum up or to unite. So basically, yoga means to sum up our spiritual energy and thus uniting with the ultimate. Now, yoga is an ancient discipline of India which has five different types, namely Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyan Yoga, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga. And today we are only discussing about Ashtanga Yoga. Now, you may be wondering what is Ashtanga Yoga. So, Ashtanga Yoga is also called Hatha Yoga because it is a conscious way of controlling one's mind and body to attain nirvana. Now, as the name suggests, Ashtanga Yoga, it has 8 different angas or parts, namely Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pratyahar, Pranayam, Dharana, Dhyan, and the last one which is Samadhi. Now, today I am focusing on its uses for the students and how they can apply these 8 parts into their life. Because we know that most of the students are nowadays suffering from anxiety and stress, thus they can benefit from these meditative practices. So now I'll be talking about the first part of it, which is Yama. Yama is basically aimed at to define our don'ts of life. Now, you may wonder that it might be a restrictive practice, but no. In Yama, we define things which are clearly not beneficial for anyone, not even for the doer. For example, bullying. Bullying is harmful and we must avoid it at all costs. Thus, students can also define Yama in their life. So, to define Yama, you can make a list of few defined don'ts of your life which you wanna avoid at all costs, or you wanna become better at controlling that urge of yours. For example, being late. I wanna be on time. So you have to put some conscious effort. Or, for example, not studying every day or procrastinating or not helping our peers. These are some of the examples of the Yama list. You can also define the don'ts of your life and try various ways to control it. Also, note down your progress along with this practice. You can try to apply this practice for at least 7 days in your life and note down the changes you face every day. And after this practice on the 7th day, you can analyze the progress of yours. Now, we will talk about the second part of Ashtanga Yoga, which is Niyam or do's of our life. Basically, Yama aims to create conscious, disciplined demeanor in oneself. Here, all of you can think about certain rules which could benefit you in the future and which can make you more responsible, disciplined. So, for this, we have to sit down and list out the responsibilities we have and the desired behaviors we wanna improve in ourselves. So, then you will make a list of things or ways how you will achieve that disciplined behavior and how you will apply that into your life. After making the list, you can try to apply those things into your life. And when you will apply these things, if something doesn't work, you can try more different ways to do that and keep trying until you find one way which is beneficial for you. Now, through this, we can achieve disciplined demeanor, which is very important to have as a student, because a student needs to fulfill a lot of responsibilities, not only of our responsibilities towards studies, family, but towards our friends as well. So we need certain kind of discipline in our life. Thus, Niyam can help you to become much more conscious about your responsibility and how you can become a better version of yourself. So, I hope this can help you. Now, on to the third anga or part of Ashtanaga Yoga, which are asanas. Asanas are basically aimed to make one person more proactive and create flexibility in one's body. So, here in asanas, you can try out various yogic asanas such as chakrasana, ushtrasana and tadakasana, much more. So these asanas are scientifically proven to improve one's health and our body's flexibility. Thus, to incorporate these into your life, you can aim to practice yogic asanas every day for at least 15 minutes or even for 10 minutes. It can be according to one's own needs and requirements. For example, if you cannot do certain asanas, you can try the simpler asanas first and then move on to the more complex ones later. So, how it is helpful for students? Sometimes we are preoccupied with our life that we forget to do any form of exercise or any form of yogic practice. These yogic asanas can help you to become more active. Also, when we move our body, our brain releases certain hormones which can release stress as well. So, to apply asanas into one's life, you can list out these asanas and try this every day for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Now, on to the fourth part of Ashtanaga Yoga, which is pranayama. The word pranayama is made up of two words, pran and ayam. Pran means to breathe and ayam means to control or regulate. So, the word pranayama means conscious regulation of one's breathing. Now, there can be various ways of mindful breathing. Here, I am only talking about one type of it, which is to inhale. So, here, in this method, we will be focusing on inhalation and how to inhale slowly and then noticing how our breath flows inside our body and then slowly how we exhale it back. Now, through this meditative practice, you can regulate your. Now, on to the fifth anga or part of Ashtanaga Yoga, which is called Pratyahar. The word Pratyahar is made up of two words, namely Prati and Ahar. So, the first word Prati means to oppose something, and the second word Ahar means to align our senses. Thus, the word Pratyahar means to control our five senses and working against them. Now, you may wonder why one needs Pratyahar. Nowadays, people face a lot of distractions due to our senses. Now, one major issue people or students face while meditating, which is distraction. They get distracted very easily and it is very hard to control their five senses and their urges. Thus, in the process of practicing Pratyahar through meditation, one tries to control their various urges coming from their senses, such as urge to eat junk food. So, why students need this and how they can apply this method to regulate their life? First of all, student needs Pratyahar because nowadays we have a lot of distractions as well as many issues which we face due to our senses, because simply we are unable to control our urges. Thus, students can apply this practice and control their habitual urges and change their habits for a healthy lifestyle. Now, how you can apply Pratyahar into your life? First of all, notice your day. Now on to the sixth anga, which is Dharana. Dharana is made up of two words, Dhra and Dharan. The word Dhra means to possess and the word Dharan means to take a pledge. Thus, Dharana aims at conscious effort to withhold a pledge. Here, one can try to regulate one's mind, as our mind can wander everywhere within a span of 10 minutes. Thus, it is important to make our mind calm. And now, on to the seventh part, which is Dhyan. Now, what is Dhyan? Dhyan can be simply defined as the activation of one's